The Tupolev Tu-22, known by the NATO reporting name Blinder, was the first Soviet supersonic bomber to enter mass production. Developed during the early years of the Cold War, the aircraft became one of the most ambitious and controversial projects in Soviet aviation history. Designed by the Tupolev Design Bureau under Andrei Tupolev, the Tu-22 represented an attempt to combine long-range strike capability with supersonic speed at a time when military aviation technology was rapidly evolving. Work on the aircraft began in the mid-1950s after Soviet authorities demanded a new strategic bomber capable of replacing older subsonic aircraft, such as the Tu-16. Early projects evolved into the experimental 105 prototype, which first flew on 21 June 1958. Engineers adopted an unusual configuration with two turbojet engines mounted high on both sides of the vertical tail. This reduced aerodynamic drag and improved supersonic performance, but it also created serious maintenance difficulties and dangerous flight characteristics. The Tu-22 entered service in 1962. Its appearance was futuristic for its time: sharply swept wings, a streamlined fuselage, and maximum speeds exceeding Mach 1.4. However, the bomber suffered from many technical problems. Pilots considered it difficult and unforgiving. High landing speeds, poor visibility from the cockpit, engine unreliability, flutter at high speed, and dangerous ejection seats made the aircraft notorious among Soviet crews. The crew consisted of only 3 men: pilot, navigator, and radio operator gunner, all ejected downward, which was extremely risky during takeoff or landing. Several variants of the Tu-22 were produced. The Tu-22R reconnaissance version became one of the most common. The Tu-22K carried the powerful Kh-22 anti-ship missile, designed to attack NATO aircraft carriers. Electronic warfare versions, such as the Tu-22P, were also introduced. Later aircraft received aerial refueling systems that significantly increased combat range. Although the aircraft rarely saw combat in Soviet service, export versions were used by Iraq and Libya. Iraqi Tu-22s participated in the Iran-Iraq War during the 1980s, bombing Iranian cities, oil facilities, and military targets. Libyan aircraft operated during conflicts in Chad and Tanzania. Several bombers were lost in combat, including aircraft shot down by French air defense systems in Africa. The Tu-22 earned many nicknames. Soviet crews often called it Shilo, meaning all, because of its long, narrow fuselage. Another unofficial nickname referred to the aircraft's cooling system, which used a mixture of water and alcohol. The aircraft carried nearly 200 liters of this liquid, leading to stories of crews secretly drinking it during deployments. Despite its flaws, the Tu-22 played an important role in Soviet aviation development. Engineers gained valuable experience in supersonic aerodynamics, missile integration, and high-speed bomber operations. Many solutions tested on the Tu-22 influenced the creation of the far more successful Tupolev Tu-22M backfire bomber. During the 1990s, after the collapse of the Soviet Union, the remaining Tu-22 aircraft were gradually retired and scrapped. Today, only a few survive in museums and memorial parks. The Tu-22 remains one of the most recognizable Cold War bombers, a technically daring aircraft that demonstrated both the strengths and limitations of early Soviet supersonic aviation.